Hi everyone, welcome to CSS 101, and this is going to be the beginning of a series of videos introducing to the basic concepts of CSS. And if you do not have any knowledge on web development, I suggest you do some introductory HTML courses. I do have a series on HTML called HTML 101, and I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to check it out. And once you're done over there, you can come back here and you can start learning about CSS. Okay, so we're going to start with talking about a little bit about CSS and what it does. And CSS is basically the web technology that you're going to use to change the style of your website. So we have a basic website here. We have an index.html file with some HTML content here, and we have a paragraph that says the brown fox jumped over the fence, and we have the default style here is just a black text here. And if we want to change the text color, maybe we want to change it to a red color, the way you can do it is, the simplest way you can do it is, you can just give a style attribute, style, and then you put the property value here, and then with a colon you can set the value here. So you have a property that you want to change, you want to give it a value, and then you terminate it with a semicolon. And the thing about this style attribute is you can actually give more than one property. You can change more than one property. You can just do the same thing, another property, another value, and then semicolon. So let's just change the style here. I'm going to change the text to the text color, so the color property, and I'm going to change it to red, and then a semicolon, and we refresh this web page here. Now, as you can see, the text has changed to red, and as you can see, I can change another property. I'm going to change the font weight, and I'm going to make it bold. I want to bolden the text. Refresh this page. As you can see here, it has become bold here. So that's how you apply styles to a single element here, and this is what we call an inline style. It's inline with the element here. Okay, but this is the simplest way to apply styles, but it's not actually the best way, because if you have like an element and you want to put a lot of styles here, you're going to actually make it a little bit difficult to maintain. And if someone else opens up this file with so many styles in the inline attribute here, it's going to be very difficult for them to actually read it and understand what's going on. So a better way of applying styles to your website is using a style sheet, and that's what CSS is. Cascading style sheets. So to apply CSS to your website, you can just go to the head section here and then put the style element here, and in the body of the style element is where you apply your CSS. And the CSS, they have their own syntax, and the basic syntax of CSS is you have a selector, and this basically selects the element or elements that you want to style, and then you have curly brace block here, and in between the curly brace block you have a property that you want to change and a value you want to set. Just like the inline styles, you have a semicolon that terminates each setting here. So again, you can put in multiple changes in your curly brace block here. And okay, so we're going to change some value. We're gonna change the text color now. I'm gonna select P for paragraph, so this will style all paragraphs in the page, and I'm gonna change the color, and this time I'm going to change it green. And I'm going to do something else here. I'm going to put the font style, and I'm going to put italic. These are the two styles, and when we refresh the page now, as you can see, now we have a green text and it is italicized here. So that's how you apply a style sheet. Okay, this is much better than the first one, the first way that we did it. So in an even better way is actually the best practice is to separate your HTML and your CSS in different files. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to create another file. We're going to add a file, and I'm just going to call it styles.css. The extension is CSS, so it's a CSS file. And when we create it here, so the same thing we do is we have a selector, a curly brace block. This time I'm just going to change the color to purple. And I'm going to save it. And as you can see here, I just refreshed the web page. The style has not changed. So the reason is we need to actually link this file in the HTML here. So we're going to open this up and we're going to remove this internal style sheet here. And we're going to use the link element, and we're going to set the rel attribute to style sheet. And then we're going to link that file that we just created, styles.css, and then we can close it. So once we refresh this page here, we get a purple text here as we have done in the styles.css here. So that is how you apply CSS to a website. You can add stylings into your HTML file, which is your web page here. So we've come to the end of the video, and in the next video we're going to talk a little bit more about CSS and some important rules that it follows, and specifically things about CSS inheritance, cascade, and specificity. Those are the things you want to check out in the next video. And if you enjoyed this content, please comment, like, and subscribe, and hit the bell for your notifications, and I will see you in the next video.